The Walt Disney Parks were recently named the biggest ripoff in North America, so what is the Walt Disney Company to do? Well, it might not be what you expected. Yes, they're raising prices and giving away perks that you probably cannot access. Hello folks, welcome back to the channel that keeps Disney's feet to the fire, holding them accountable and hopefully setting them on the right path towards a better theme park experience. We do it for you. Explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve is our passion and our joy. Today we are talking about the upcoming ticket price increases for the Walt Disney World Resort. So if you are planning in the next few years to go to Disney parks, either Disney World or Disneyland, this is the video for you. Don't miss a thing here. Also, if you'd like to understand what it is that Disney does when they have to tell bad news, we're going to explain it for you here in high resolution. All right, folks, this starting off with DisneyFoodBlog.com. We talked about this the other day, but we need to do this to set this in context. This by Kirsten, Disney World ranked the biggest ripoff in the U.S. according to new survey. This was something done by Casino.com, and they had used several different sources and ways and methods, and we were very impressed with their methodology and their rubrics. And what they found is that in North America, most people say that Disney World is the biggest ripoff right now in the country, more so than any other theme park, more so than any other road tripping experience you might find on the side of the road. There is nothing that's a bigger ripoff than Disney World, according to North American consumers. That's a real problem for Disney, you would think. So what did they do? Well, in response to this, which, this just broke a week ago or so, in response to this, Disney Parks blog had a big announcement to make. Dive into new resort perk. And here's what it says. And we're going to show you, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to give full credit to Jonas Campbell. He's the one who showed this to me, and I said, aha, you're right. But this is what Disney does when bad news hits. Take a look at this. This came out February 26th. That date is going to matter. Walt Disney World adds water park perk for 2025 resort guests. And yes, I promise we're going to get to those ticket price increases momentarily. This was by Victoria Zakari. And it goes on to talk about how you can use your hotel stay at the Walt Disney World Resort to receive a free admission to a water park. And I've got this up so you can all read it. But folks, guess what? In order to use that freebie they're giving you, right? Nothing's ever really free. In order to use that freebie, you can only go to the water park on the day that you arrive at your hotel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when do you usually check into your hotel? If you said afternoon, you're correct. And after you check into your hotel, how much time do you think you have at a water park that closes at 6 o'clock p.m.? Oh, and the only people who might be able to get around that are the car drivers who are driving down to Florida from some other location. They might be able to use this, but it's going to be still a difficult thing to do because it's going to involve a labyrinth of figuring out how to go to the water park, be in your bathing suit, get dry, get clean, get back in the car, get your luggage back over to the hotel. You're still going to have to leave the water park to go check in. So there's no way to really use this. So why did Disney announce such a strange thing? Why would they not just say, you get a free water park, daily admission with stay at a hotel, and you can use it anytime during your stay? That would be far less cumbersome. Well, here's the reason, and this gets to the ticket prices. This from 6 days ago. So note, Disney releases the perk about the water parks, and hidden in that is the fact that you really can't use it. I mean, gosh, maybe 2% of guests are going to be able to actually use that. And then what do we have here? Well, a couple days after the news that you're going to get a free water park admission that you can't use if you read the fine print, and after a couple days of pixie dusting bloggers out there posting that and saying, Disney's back in the game, look out world, Disney's here, they're going to take on Epic Universe, you get a free Disney water park with stay at a hotel. They never really said, oh, you can't use this. Well, a couple days after that, and that Goodwill headline campaign, here's the article. This out of wdwmagic.com. Walt Disney World theme parks or park tickets increase in price for 2025. When do the water park hotel things kick in? Think about it. Disney has raised the lowest priced single day Walt Disney World ticket option for visits in 2025 to basically $120. For 2024, the lowest price ticket option is a single day at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which was basically $110. So it's a $10 increase. Disney's date-based per park pricing makes comparisons difficult. But on average, most dates have seen a $10 price increase from 2025 over 2024. Now, the reason that Disney likes very much these date-based per park pricings is, again, it does make it very difficult to track so that people can know just how much it costs to go to Disney World. They don't want you to know just exactly how much it's going to cost you to go to Disney World. And they like it a lot, too, because they can put a couple of days, and I mean that, like 2 or 3 days on the calendar that are really low priced. And then they can say in their advertising, and they can say to the media when they're asked about this, they can say tickets as low as, and they can put that down for whatever the 2 or 3 days are that they have the lowest price. So they really like that. It's strategically good for them, but it's not strategically good for the consumer. And part of the reason we hold Disney's feet to the fire when it comes to Disney parks like Disney World and Disneyland is because this is not the way that they were once operated. Disney was once very forthright. Disney was once the company in the world that when you went to see them for your vacation, when you took your family, they gave you more than you ever thought they would. They were truly over-delivering, even if they had a high price. That has changed in my estimation. And so for folks out there who might think, well, the Pro Channel and these other channels, they just don't like Disney. It's like, no, we actually like Disney a lot. And we wish it would go back to being the Disney that we remember, that we love. One of the hard things, by the way, about Disney parks is that the modern Disney, we know that the people who are running Disney and who largely work at Disney, that they don't like many of our viewers, right? They don't like the folks out there who have viewpoints similar to Gina Carano. We saw how they handled that, and we know that that is how they would handle you as well. But the difficulty about Disney parks is the reason you want to go back is because despite whoever is running the company right now, the parks were designed and developed and built by apolitical people. By people who wanted families of all different varieties to have a wonderful, joyful time, even going all the way back to Walt. And so it's difficult, I think, for many families to just put away the Disney parks. It's like that last piece of Disney that they don't want to give up. They can give away Disney Plus. They can stop, paying attention to the movies as they go farther and farther into ideological realms. But the parks for people, that's the place that holds their memories. And that's the place where the people who designed Pirates of the Caribbean, for example, or Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the people who designed these rides, they didn't have an ideological bent. They just wanted you to have a good time. I understand folks wanting to go to Disney parks, even though I think Epic Universe will win greatly coming up soon. Here's those price increases, though. Magic Kingdom will be going up to in 2025, August 2025. Here's the comparison. Magic Kingdom is going to be about $144 for an adult. Epcot about $129 for an adult. We've got $139 for an adult at Hollywood Studios and $119 for Disney's Animal Kingdom. And then we can also take a look at July 4th. This is a big one to note. July 4th for 2025, Magic Kingdom is going to be $189. Epcot's going to be $179. Hollywood Studios $184 and Disney's Animal Kingdom $159. This also indicates, folks, that we are right at the cusp. Within the next year, Disney ticket prices will top $200 is my belief, my very strong belief. So Disney had to give this bad news in response to the days after being called the biggest ripoff in America. They're still going to raise their prices. They're not going to find a way to hold their prices steady. And I feel sorry for them to some degree because inflation is driving everything to such an expense that, it is a bad headline to have to say we're raising prices after being called a ripoff. But I'm not so tough on Disney that I'm going to harp on them. Inflation is driving everybody high. The problem is that as inflation is driving everybody high, there are things that Disney could do that would engender goodwill with everybody and bring consumers back. And so you might think about this water park situation, right? So if you're going to announce the water park thing, if that's your good news to combat the bad news, good, great. That's a good, and what would we say? That's a clever strategy out of the corporation. But that said, hey, Disney, you don't have to send people through the fine print to find out they don't have a perk. Let them go to the water parks. Let's just put it in there. Say that they can go, give them 1 day. It's not going to harm you so badly. I don't see how that's going to damage. That's not going to make people say, oh, well, we're not at all going to use the Park Hopper Plus. It's just not. Give them a half day. Give them an evening, right? Let them go to one of the special evening events at Typhoon Lagoon. Give them something that's actually real that they can actually use. And then bring back some of the other perks as well. That would be very helpful. But this nonsense about giving people perks they can't actually use, that's just bad business. This is an article out of CNN. Walt Disney World has raised ticket prices for 2025 by Marnie Hunter. I want to show you what the mainstream is saying about this. Walt Disney World has put 2025 tickets on sale, and prices for many tickets have gone up from 2024 pricing. Some of the lowest single-day, single-park ticket prices have gone up by $10 for 2025. And this is why you can tell that Disney's stuck. This is not just, they're not just trying to squeeze you out, right? Because Disney likes having their lowest price day, which there's like 3 of them, be really low. They like that. The fact that they're having to raise those days means they're really over a barrel when it comes to inflation. So that's why I'm not taking them to task so badly, because I don't think this is greed. I think the economy has them strapped badly. For example, some late August weekday tickets at Disney's Animal Kingdom have gone from $109 for 2024 tickets to $119. You get the idea. I also think it's sad that we've come to the point now where the lowest price tickets for the lowest priced park for a single day is still over $100 per person. So if you're going as a family for a single day to Animal Kingdom on the lowest price day, if you're a family of 4, you're still going to spend close to $500 with taxes. That's a big ask for a single day, even though these playgrounds are big time fun. It says this isn't the first price hike at Disney parks in recent years. 2 increases were implemented in 2022 at Walt Disney World. Disneyland also increased prices more than once recently. The way Disney World is rolling out its latest price changes is new, according to Don Munsell, who runs the travel website mousesavers.com. Quote says, in the past, Disney just raised all the ticket prices at once rather than rolling out new prices as they added new dates to their calendar, he said in an email. The last time the prices went up, a specific date might be $144 on one day, and then after the price increase, the same exact date is now $151. So this new strategy is interesting because all the 2024 prices remain unchanged. And I would say, folks, that we don't know if that will hold true. So be careful on that. But I do think that's an interesting point. It is a change in strategy. But take a look at the bottom, because remember what we talked about at the beginning of this video, and this is the reason we did so we could bring this full 360. What's the last paragraph in CNN? This tells you that Disney is shrewd when it comes to these strategies. In good news for Disney guests, Walt Disney World has introduced a water park perk for visitors who book at Disney Resort hotels in 2025. Admission on check-in day to one of the water parks, Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, is included in their stay. And that is how CNN ends it. And it makes it sound like, well, prices are going up, but you're still going to get this incredible perk. You get that's a $70 ticket. You get a $70 ticket per person as a perk. It's just too bad most families won't be able to use it. And that is the truth, folks. But I wanted to show you, this is so interesting to me, how Disney handles bad news, how they preface bad news, if at all possible, with good news to try to sway the headlines. And I also find it interesting that we're basically closing in very, very much so on Disney topping $200 for their high-end single-day tickets. It's too much. They need to find a way to break this down a little bit, even in spite of inflation. All right, folks, it's now your turn. We have allayed to you the latest when it comes to theme park news, and we've done so fairly, I hope. Drop a like down below if you agree. Share, subscribe, and click it. Stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And, folks, as we always say here, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun. Hey folks, it's a big week coming up this week. Tuesday at noon Eastern, the Pro Show is covering the Town Hall with Bob Iger question and answer session live starting at noon Eastern. You do not want to miss it. Then on Thursday, don't miss out on That Park Place Live as they begin preview coverage of the Town Hall with Nelson Peltz and with Jay Rasulo, former CFO of the Walt Disney Company, as well as the Town Hall that will be coming up with them. Questions and answers there for the Triangle Group. Then at noon Eastern, coverage to Valiant Renegade, where it will take place, covering it live again. Don't miss a moment of it, folks. And don't forget Midnight's Edge also at noon Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll see you there.